want to think you have me cause you don't like to lose, but you lose me like they always do. Think I know you better to forget her. Certain people made forever.
Every morning I take a look at anyone that I have to dial, that I have to follow up with, and I'll just make my calls and I'll make a note so then I can see every week or every day I can see everyone that I've called. I used to be with Keller Williams, and when I was with them, I used their CRM, and honestly I was not a big fan of Keller Williams CRM. It was very hard to navigate, but I left them 2 years ago and I've been with EXP the last 2 years, and I've been using their CRM, and honestly I really like it for the functionality that I need. So KV Core is a really great CRM system, especially just because it's free. In my case, I don't have to pay for it. And like I said, I know other agents who work for other brokerages who also have KV Core and they pay for that out of pocket. So I am off. I'm gonna go do some showings with a client. This is the client that I have worked with in the past. So he's looking for apartment buildings. So we're gonna go check out a 3-unit property in the Austin neighborhood in Chicago. I think the property might need some work. And my client is an investor, so he has many properties and he's done rehabs before. Definitely bigger than your standard Chicago bathroom, that's for sure.
Wallpaper's on point.
You like the wallpaper?
Hell yeah.
Think I know you better to.
So I just got out of the showing with my client. He really loved this property. It needs a lot of work. And I'm actually surprised he wants to go above asking price. He usually lowballs offers, but this one, he's like, I want it. So I'm gonna go back home, make an offer. This is going to be an all-cash deal, and hopefully it gets accepted. He already has a lot of properties. So this is a neighborhood here in the north side of Chicago that's changing. It's a slow change, but it's changing. But the place needed a lot of work. I would imagine, depending on what he does, that it would take like maybe 3 to 6 months to redo and remodel the entire building. So it was 3 units on top, and then it had the basement where you can also make another unit. So it would be what we call a legal non-conforming garden unit, and he can add that in the bottom and possibly even rent that out as well. So I just snuck out of my daughter's room, and I have to put in this offer for my client for the property that we went to see today. So he wants to put an offer in. He's going $15,000 above asking. It's going to be a cash deal, and I just got notified from the agent that they're calling for highest and best by tomorrow at 7 p.m. So I'm gonna send him the offer so he can sign off on it, and I can submit it tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I should mention that I have a virtual assistant. So my virtual assistant, I've had her for almost a year now. So she actually helps me write offers. She helps me with my social media. She helps me with a lot. So today I had her draft up the offer for my client. So I just let her know what purchase price, the conditions, and she's very familiar with all of the contracts now. So I had her put that in draft mode for me, so then I can just log into DocuSign, review it, and then send it to my client. So this next day, I was pretty frustrated. I was on the phone with the lender and the listing agent. I had just received news that a building that I was under contract with one of my clients came in below value by $50,000, which was a pretty significant amount. So we're here masterminding, trying to figure out how we can contest the value. Today, I'm going to meet up with a client who's looking to rehab a building, and he didn't have a general contractor, so I made the connection between my client and the general contractor. Since I do work a lot with investors, I do have a good network of contractors. So my investors will come to me letting me know that they want to rehab, and if I have any recommendations for general contractors. So we're going to go today to walk the property together to figure out, you know, how much work is needed, and see if it's something that my client is interested in purchasing. This is the building that needs to be possibly rehabbed. Wow. So this needs to be tuck pointed. It's a whole rehab. So I'm here at the property. I'm just waiting for my GC and client to show up. This property ended up needing a lot more work than my clients anticipated, so they ended up passing on this deal. So I just dropped my daughter off at school. Today is going to be a busy day. I'm going to be on the road pretty much all day. I have showings later this afternoon. Right now, I'm actually going to Starbucks to meet with a client. We're going to meet there. He's looking into possibly buying his first house hack. So I'm going to meet him at Starbucks in the Austin neighborhood here in Chicago, which is on the north side. And then I'm going to go all the way back south, and I'm going to go into the east side of Chicago, and then I'm going to go into Indiana. But that's what I have going on today. It's going to be a really busy day. I'm excited to be out and about because the last couple of days I've spent inside the house. So yeah, I'm excited to be outside in the sun. So when I see properties like this where it looks like they were rehabbing and then they just stopped, it makes me believe that maybe they had violations in the building and they had a stop work order from the city of Chicago. Didn't pull permits. They didn't pull permits. So I'm gonna check right now to see if that was the case. So I just checked to see if there were violations, and there weren't any. So this property, they probably were rehabbing it, and then maybe they just ran out of money and they stopped the work, because it literally looks like they started rehabbing and they just dropped everything.
I think this is a great location, so I would be interested. But it does look like they ran out of money. It looks like they renovated the top already, but the bottom, they didn't really get to it yet, or it's kind of halfway done. So like the floors, the walls, the ceiling, and everything
cosmetic.
else.
It's not
very
like...
cosmetic. So I'd be interested to see what the mechanicals look like, what year the mechanicals are. But I'd like to put in an offer.
Yay! I just had showings in east side of Chicago, and then I went into Munster, Indiana, and now I'm here in South Shore, and I'm gonna check on my listing. My clients are doing some work here, so they're repairing a set of stairs in one of the listings that I have for them. So I'm just gonna come in, check on the work, and send my clients a video just to keep them updated.